And this is a view we will meet often nowadays at the mountain. These are cows who are living like wild horses. They are together there and they are roaming and grazing and living like this on the mountain. It was a beautiful morning with fog and awakening of nature. Beautiful. And I met another sheep herd with these dogs now. These are not kangaroos like last time. These are other dogs and they were not that aggressive, so they saw I am no danger, so they ignored me simply. And this is the view I have seen when I searched further. There were a lot of horses here, and it is always beautiful to meet such big groups. There is a lot to observe and to look and pay attention to. Actually, you cannot pay attention even to everything because it is so much happening. One would think maybe the horses are just grazing and it is nothing, but the horse persons know that this is just impossible to catch all the interactions horses are having with each other here. So this is actually the situation. You don't know where to look first. So you see such situations like fight between stallions, and then such interactions in the herd, grazing, behavior of foals. It is so much to watch there. So it is beautiful. We have also movements of the bigger groups, movements of bachelors who attack a little bit and tease a little bit band stallions. So we have pretty a lot to watch in such a situations when we meet such a big herd, and to watch the horses in such a self-determinate way of living. The nature has intended for them to live. They are completely free and they decide themselves what to do. This is just freeing yourself. This we can gain so much freedom just watching these free animals. It is just beautiful. It is removing our own chains in which we are born into. We are not maybe even aware of that fact that we are born in chains. So, and I have spoke here a little bit on the situation there. I have found these horses and what I have watched till now. So it is just fantastic to see this number of horses at one spot. Actually, the last years it was the situation that it was not like that. At the beginning, as this herd had maybe 250 till 300 horses, they were most in one big herd. But then after that, each year, the number of horses increased and they started to separate a little bit during the summer and also in winter sometimes. So now it is about 700 horses here. This year we will have maybe, at the end of the year they will be counted, and then we will have maybe 800. So now it is maybe 750 with new foals. And yeah, it is now not so usual to meet them like 300 or 400 horses at one spot. They are now a little bit separate because the herd got a little bit too big, as it seems. So now it is really beautiful to see them when they come together. And here we can watch horses grazing this juicy green grass, which is in Western world have become like bad grass in last maybe decade. It is because of that people and even vets don't understand hoofs and don't understand laminitis. People think horse comes to the pasture in spring and then starts having laminitis, and it comes from grass. So they make this connection. But this connection is wrong, because laminitis needs years to develop. It is not something it develops like if horse eats something. That has no connection with that. It is just overloaded metabolism, which in that moment reacts like that. But the damage in hoof has to be present in order that laminitis can appear at all. Because if horse has a healthy hoofs, then laminitis will never appear, never. This is why also we have in one herd horses who gets laminitis and some who don't. Or laminitis has affected only front hoofs and not hind hoofs. How it can be? If it comes from food, food doesn't search, or metabolism doesn't search, then on which hoof it will affect. It is just ridiculous. Alone this fact shows that this is wrong thesis. It is wrong. This theory is wrong. It is like that we have damage in hoofs, and then other things come to it, which then make this illness visible. But the illness is already in hoofs. And if you have some profi doing hoofs of your horse, he will see it before laminitis appear, and he will correct the hoofs right way so that the laminitis doesn't appear. This is the way, and this is the way we also heal laminitis. I had myself such a case, and I have described that in my last book, how to treat laminitis so you can cure it, and each horse can recover from that. It is just matter how competent you work on hoofs. Only that. It is only that. Is this trim correct or not? This will decide if your horse will heal or not. So it has nothing to do with this grass. But I will show you also here that these horses graze very greeny, juicy grass, because we had rain, a lot of rain lately, and everything is growing just like crazy. And these horses are grazing all the time green, juicy, strong grasses now in spring. With our horses at home, in our stable management and horse management, feeding management, look at that beautiful stallion with that big head. We offer to the horses also hay all year around. They have also hay, so they can digest very good. These horses are now eating only these green grasses for some time. Soon will also some dry grass appear, but now they have only this green juicy grass, and all these horses have also some grass belly. This is just normal for every horse. So even wild horses have it. So I often use this comparison to ease the people that it is no problem. And here you can see that stallion is eating this menu, how to say it in English, from other horse. We will watch stallions doing it actually often. You see here two stallions beside each other, and one is eating it and other not. So you also see this intact eating instincts that horses will take only what they need. And here you see these juicy, fleshy grasses which horses graze, and you see many grass sorts we have at home too, in each actually country, like dandelion and such plants. So here that is also a lot of that growing. So horses are eating that. And yes, they graze like this. And these grasses are the same strong as the green, juicy grasses at home, at our pastures, meadows, etc. Only that we at home have some sort of grasses which are bred for the cows. And here in the background you see that family of the black stallion without one ear. He has only one ear and one eye. The others he lost in fight. But you see he is a fighter. I made a video only on him and his family. Maybe I can translate in English too. But you see he's fighting like crazy. He simply goes into every fight. Yeah, and now he goes to his family. And the other stallion, the gray stallion in his herd, he is lame. He is, as it seems, injured. So what I wanted to say is that these grasses which are bred for the cows to give more milk and such things, that it is still better for the horses to graze them as not to graze at all. And if you wish, you can, within just 1 year, change your pastures dramatically. I showed it also in my book, how it happened at my place. So you just stop to put menu on your field and chemical stuff to make things grow faster. You stop with that, and you sow simply natural grasses, and then the meadow will change, or your pasture will change within 1 year. You will see difference. So, and here this sheep herd appeared too, with these two dogs I have met on my way. They came also for drinking, and the dogs are chasing horses away so that sheep can pass to the water. Horses are not impressed that much from that. But okay, dogs have also their task to do. To make way free for the sheep and to protect them. So they are chasing a little bit horses away. But you can see very good interaction between horses and sheep. So it is not that they are attacking them or something. They are just beside each other. It is such a harmony in nature. It is beautiful to see interaction also between different species. Watching this sheep herd and these sheep roaming here with these dogs gives actually such a calm feeling. It is beautiful to see these animals roaming, so because it is like they belong there, and this gives such a great feeling. And here we have a family of the black one-ear stallion. And this stallion is very strong. He is actually, from my observation, the strongest stallion around here. And his family has always so much space around them because he protects them and gives them this space around them to be in freedom. So he's very, very strong, but he's also very fair. He doesn't use situation. I said I will maybe try to translate that video about his family also in English to describe him a little bit more there. And here they started to move. They moved, and lead mare actually led them now away. So this stallion, gray stallion, he's lame. As such, he's injured. And this gray mare, she's standing all the time with him. So the black stallion, he's a band stallion. The other stallion is just simply in the herd. He lets them in the herd. But he doesn't cover mare. So black stallion still allowed that this gray mare is keeping company to the gray stallion. He didn't try to chase her away from him. So he's in many situations he's showing how strong he is. He's strong-minded to his he has a very strong self-confidence too. So he's really good leader. And here we see also movements of bigger groups. This is also very nice to see when bigger groups are moving. Who is leading? How is order of the horses moving? And of course, stallion is most of the time going behind the herd and protecting the rear. We will have different behavioral patterns by wild horses, by horses in general. So there are situations there band stallion will lead, and there are situations lead mare will lead. Yeah. So this is also very complex and very nice to see these roles they have. They are very clear, and every horse is keeping that. They are respecting that. This is actually important for the survival. And here is what I said about these sheep herd, how it is simply belonging there and seeing animals in the environment where they belong to. It is giving such a peace of mind and inner peace. So it is beautiful to be there and to receive these feelings or get these feelings awaken in us when we are flowing with natural energies, when we are seeing how nature works, and this connects inner ourselves to our origin, what we really are. With the time we discover our own abilities connected to that fact that we are roaming in such an environment where we also belong to. And it makes also clear how our world changed. Our nature didn't change, but our world changed and became such a unnatural world and artificial world. And I believe this is the reason why many people disconnect and develop also diseases, because that connection to the origin is missing. I'm discovering and observing a lot of such things and make connection and make many thoughts on this subject, because I'm also a medical doctor for human, and actually I mainly observe horses and mainly publish things on horses, but I make a lot of connections to the human too, and this opens another view on everything around us when we start to see things from the perspective of one free animal, knowing exactly what it needs, knowing where it belongs to, knowing instinctively all that what that animal needs for the survival and how much we human lost of it. This is fascinating subject actually. So here I'm talking that it is beautiful to see bigger groups where the families then are starting moving, bands, and you see different bands. So you see clearly there is each band for itself, and how they come together and how they interact as family with each other, as families between each other. So this is also interesting behavior, what stallions do, what mares do, how foals act with each other from the foals from another band, how they get near to them or approach them, or how they groom, or how they initiate that at all, and how adult animals are reacting to different situations. It is a great complex behavior to observe with horses. So actually, when you are inside this, and here I see all around maybe 500 horses all around were there, 4 till 500. So when you start to observe, you actually discover more and more and more. So it is not getting boring, or it is not that you watch horses grazing 2 hours or 3. It is simply different situations occur, and each time it is different how horses react, connected with another circumstances around them. So it is interesting, very, very interesting to observe. So I started moving with the horses then. They left then this place and spread a little bit in bands, different bands. You see also here that is one band down there in this valley between these small mountains, to say so, and you see also there is a growing different grass there. It's much lushy, much more strong as up there, but the horses have a lot of this. And you see the different bands, they are simply now for each other, separated from each other. And horses go on paths, they make paths. Yeah? So you just follow the path, yeah, after them. They make it also in places where is a lot of space. When human is keeping horses and has a lot of space for them, you will see horses making such a paths. So, and how this is how the family spread then. So they are moving all in a certain direction, and then after some time they split, and one group moves, like for example this one on the mountain down behind. It is going in another direction, and this here is going in another direction too. So they are separating then. It is pity I cannot transport to you the smell and scent of these grasses, these herbs, and these flowers from this meadow here. It is just great to be there and to breathe this scent of these beautiful herbs and flowers. And the horses are also smelling like that, yeah, after these herbs. When you get near horses, then you can smell this scent. It is beautiful. So this was the atmosphere when horses moved further. You see there are a lot of animals which are grazing, but there are actually always more animals which are not grazing. Yeah. So there are a lot of animals, especially in another group. Now beside me, on this side, they are grazing more, and this group behind me, they are resting more. So you will see, in general, that there are always horses not grazing, especially stallions. The stallions are keeping guard and they are watching over herd most of the time. So here we have also one injured stallion. You see that white stallion. One can see him a little bit more and better now when he is coming forward. So he is lame, and this is not such a small injury as I can judge. So he's pretty injured, but you see the animals are moving. The animals are moving. When now this horse would be in with humans, domesticated, in prison, I say always, like imprisoned. So the vet would come and would give some anti-inflammatory medicine and painkillers, and this is what horses receive. And then they put the horse into the box. And this is completely wrong, completely opposite treatment what you will see in the nature. In the nature, horses moves further. It doesn't matter how big injury is. If he can walk, and these horses walk with incredible injuries, he would walk. And this means healing, exactly this, because a horse is an animal which must move. So it is completely wrong to put a horse in one box. Even sound horse will get ill there with the time, especially but when a horse is injured. Horse needs movement to be able to heal, because hooves are pumping blood to the heart. Heart must pump good this blood to reach also all the areas of the body. Then you have a higher metabolism rate, which gives healing. This is simply healing, and horses need that in order to heal. So I am intending to write a book on this topic, especially to show these injuries, incredible, severe injuries with wild horses, which healed, which everyone would say, okay, this horse will die. It is impossible to heal, but horse is healed. So you see that the animals, when we observe the animals in nature, they give us answer how to deal with this. So I hope that this can improve or help you guys out there, that you who have your own horses, that you learn from nature here, what I'm showing, what nature does in such a situation. And nature provides movement for the horse. The herd will also rest, and then this horse will rest. He will lay down and rest. But when herd is moving, then horse will stand up and move. And this is what it needs. So when you observe the horses, then you will suddenly turn around and eventually have few horses sniffing on you, because they are naturally curious. Horses are very curious. So if you are not pushing on them and not wanting something from them and just do your business, what you have to do there, or filming, or I now in this situation I film another group on other side of the hill. So I didn't pay attention to this family near me, and they approached me. So you will have this. The horse, when you let go, the horse will come to you. This is also something what maybe you can use in your training with horses. That horses don't like pressure. Horses don't like pressure. They are free animals. They are free in mind and spirit. So they want a certain friendship and certain freedom, and then they act freely, and then they act how you actually would like them to act. But first you have to earn it, to deserve that they will act to you like this. So from horses one can learn so much. So, and this was this day with horses. It was nothing spectacular here on the day happening, but it is the true natural life of wild horses.